All right. All right. Shalom, Yasharala. I'm giving infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harat Kakadash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashak Yahweh Shai, push his beloved doctrine across the four winds and his front all. Shalom. All right, this topic I'm gonna go into selling your soul. All right, because you can sell your soul unconsciously, in the society just by being educated in this place. All right. And in the coming days, everybody is gonna sell their soul consciously when that charagma is put on all facets of society. Because all right, just look at Christians. Christians have a mindset of even though their doctrine is wicked, it's certain things that a Christian that grew up in the harlot house we call Christianity believe in that they shouldn't and shouldn't do. All right. So when this new technology is rolled out, this new currency is rolled out, they're going to have to make a decision between what they believe and what they're what they're against. Because this new world order, this new system that they're going to roll out is going to even go against the things that they believe. All right. When this new world order is rolled out, it's going to be this devil's not even going to be subtle about being a Satanist. Okay, the society, the new legislation, they're going to do away with the old constitution because they have this mind fuckery, mind manipulation that this constitution was built off of biblical principles. Okay, now when they roll out this new legislation, it's going to be straight up built off of satanic principles, and they're not going to hide it. Okay. So a lot of people are going to sell their souls for currency, for to live, to get food, water, and raiment. All right, and you're gonna be compromised, and you're gonna be less than a man. You're not gonna be a man, and this devil's gonna be able to do whatever he want with you and your children because you've been compromised. And a prime example of what it looks like to be compromised and dealt with treacherously, and you have no manhood, you have no cojones, is this nigga Snoop Dogg. Okay, this nigga is the epitome of what a man shouldn't be. Death is better. If a man has integrity, he would rather be dead than live the life that Snoop Dogg has to live. He's a fucking puppet pussy, and I'm about to prove it. Okay, in this video I'm about to play. This video I'm about to play is for educational purposes only, and it has nothing to do with monetary gain. It's not for monetary gain. So I'm about to show you how this guy says one thing, and then his handlers rebuke him and tell him, "Oh no, you sold your soul. You got to conform and go be with our agenda. You said some things that go against our agenda. Get right, boy, and make sure you go and recant everything you say and tell him how wrong you were, boy." And this is how his handlers are handling his ass. Now look, this is the first clip. Now listen to what he says.
I took my grandson to see Buzz Lightyear, and she had a baby with a woman. Oh, these are kids that we have to show that at this age, like they're going to ask questions. I didn't come in for this. They putting it everywhere. I took my.
All right. Now on this video, he's clearly saying that he's against homosexuality in this video. He said, "Man, I don't want to tell this to my grandkids. I'm not for this." And he got backlash for his handlers. All right. Now he's saying that on this clip. His handlers seen this clip, and look what he had to do. All right. This isn't a man. All right. I would rather be broke, poor, and living under a bridge than to have to be like this, where a man can control me and tell me what to do with. I can't even think what I want and express my thought, my mindset on certain topics. Now look at him.
It's a beautiful thing that kids can have parents of all walks and be able to be shown love, to be taught what love is, because hate is taught and so is love. And I think that being able to have parents of all walks of life, whether it's two fathers, two mothers, whatever it is, love is the key. And I think these kids are being loved by these great parents that are, you know, showing them an example of what family is. So I want to give a shout out to all of the parents out there for doing such a great job with these kids. It's a beautiful thing that kids can have parents of all walks and be able to be shown love, to be taught.
You see, now he's dancing to a whole nother beat. Okay, now he's recanting what he originally said and how he disagreed with the cartoon having the homosexual two women having a child. He was totally against it. He didn't like that he took his grandchild there to see it. All right, now at this handler seen him, you see this? And he got on these glasses. He's been made to say this. He's not doing this on his own accord. He's threatened to say this. Let me see what the comment boys say about this. Bye, Snoop. You sold out. Yep. Oh, look at the puppet dancing on his overlord strings. Grow some balls, dude. Yeah, you're not a man no more. Your balls have been taken. This isn't a man. This is a transvestite, man. This isn't a man you're looking at here. This is a man with no cojones. Snoop got the call. He got a call. Obviously, he got a call. You see? And these are simple Americans coming to this conclusion, man. Okay? Look at look like a gay Black Hogan. Yeah. He has to do what Master tells him. He's a coward. Look, somebody put a coward. This is what happens when you sell your soul. You have no integrity. Okay? West Coast Pac told y'all this dude was a sugarcoat. Snoop been a sellout for years. He would do anything for a check. All right? I guess he lost his street cred. Pac warned us about him, but everybody swept it under the rug. Pac was a sellout too. Pac was a fucking fairy too. Okay? How did he backtrack? What comment did he make that he's breaking away from? You see? Well, you're not aware, whoever you are. You're always going to have the simpletons. But it's not loving to affirm a sinful behavior. Yeah, that ain't love. The scriptures say love is keeping the commandments. When you outside of the commandments, it's not love. Two men raising a child is chaotic. Two men that's together in a homosexual affair raising a child, that's killing that child. That's polluting that child. That isn't love. All right, that's Satanism. All right, now that's one account of him backtracking to show you he's not a man. A man, real men die for what they believe. They stand up for something. All right, this guy will follow in for things. He's integrity-less. Okay, and this is what America do everybody. America, not only him. All right, this is what America do all the people that live here. Right, this the second time. This was worse than that one to me.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
All right, politics real quick. Now, we all hear, I apologize. Nah, I really don't apologize, man, because a lot of my fans get mad at me when I talk bad about him, but I think it's safe to say most people in our culture do not.
Well, you need to know that a lot of your fans is racist. Ain't no fuck around. Don't even try to put no.
I don't even want to put anything around it.
I do. I don't give a. I tell them straight up, mother. If you like that racist, you and him. Now what?
All right.
Draw the line, nigga. He drew the lines.
Exactly.
He drew the lines. Before him, there were no lines. Everybody was everybody. We respected everything. We didn't trip. But nigga, when you drew the line and start pointing out and singing.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You and them.
If you're just tuning in with
Kanye too. Don't forget about him too. Fuck you too.
This is why you don't put your foot in your mouth
Now you see, he
Snoop's
do all that talking, calling people jigaboos, but he's at a Donald Trump rally performing. You see, this is he has no cojones, man, and this show you that he has no power. They seen those videos, they seen him talking reckless. They say, "Boy, get up there and shuck and jive, lick master's bootstrap." Okay, this is a bad look. All right, death is better than living like this. I'm telling you, death is better to die. Have integrity.
said that he
It's
drew the
better,
line in the
in my
sand and made
opinion,
him pretty much
to go to the
sound
spirit realm.
non-redeemable the first time,
Because
right?
you got white boys looking at them shaking their head. Like you said, all that shit, and then you turn around and go perform for him, go promote him, go to his rally to promote him. But they made him do that. You see? When you sell your soul, you have to submit to the power you sold your soul to. And whatever they tell you to do, you have to do it. All right? And this is what you got to do. These dudes do some unseemly things, man. Okay? It's not just him performing. They do diabolical things you wouldn't if you're not privy to what these Masonic orders do behind closed doors, behind the curtain, you wouldn't believe it. But the law is going to bring that out too. All these secret things done behind closed doors. All right. The law is going to bring it out. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna start off, and you know what? I'm gonna just follow my precepts how I got them written down because I wanted to go off and show you what happened first. What happened when you sell out? All right, that he's speaking against sodomites, but if they tell him to come do some sodomite shit, he's gonna done it, and I assure you, he's done it before. All right, because his father is the devil, and that's the way his father rolls. So if you want to take his father riches, you have to do certain things. You have to do some strange things for that change, and he's done it. You can clearly see he's been compromised. All right. And see, and this is such a beautiful scripture I'm about to bring out, man. All right. This is Matthew 16 and 26. For what profit a man if he gain the whole world? You get rich. This guy's a millionaire several times over. He's a multi-millionaire, platinum selling artist, actor, okay, mogul, as they said, and lose his own soul. What good is that when you have no integrity? All right, you could believe, you could have a viewpoint on something, but you gotta keep it in because if you say what you truly believe, they're gonna take your money, they're gonna take your riches, and then they're gonna shame you and embarrass you, or even kill you, or kill one of your children. Okay, death is better. All right, it's better to stay righteous, keep your integrity, and if you got to live a life like that, death is better. But what a man give in exchange for his soul? All right. And this guy has given his soul in exchange for Federal Reserve notes, a big house, Bentleys, cars, clothes, to say he's rich. Okay. He got a bad deal. He got a crappy deal, man. Like Kanye said in one of them songs. It's like you got a fucking happy meal. All right. The Lord has some glorious riches in store for those that love him, man. Our mortal minds can't even uh fathom what the Lord have in store for those that love him. Okay. This is so he sold his soul for the so-called white man's riches, the crumbs that fall off of the white man's table. Because what he got? He's a well-nourished slave, he's a millionaire. All right, but he don't have a city where he's ruling. All right, he don't have a country where he's the king and he's enforcing the laws. He's under the so-called white man's umbrella, and he's gave him a few crumbs where he can say he's rich. But he has no power. He has zero power. He's just a well-nourished slave, man. All right, this is get that scripture in Maccabees. I might have to pull it up. Let me see, is this the one? Yeah. I'm gonna have to go back. I don't know why this down. I ain't be doing this. Bear with me. Because I gotta get these passages out of Maccabees. All right, now we're good. All right, this second Maccabees, the second chapter. All right, and I'm gonna start at the 15th verse, and it reads, so like Second Maccabees 2:15. Had have been first Maccabees. Yeah, that's first Maccabees. So like it. I'm a little rusty on the draw. So like it. All right. First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 15. Then Matthias and his son rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourn very sore. In the meantime, I read 14, so like it. In the meantime, while the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city, molding to make them sacrifice. All right, now this devil came to our ancestors and tried to get them to sell their soul. And let's see how that turned out. This is what men are supposed to do when somebody tries to compromise you. And when men of Israel came into them, Matthias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said to Matthias on this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in the city and strengthened with sons and brethren. All right, now if he's compromised, people are not going to honor him. People are not going to look at him like he's a great man. People honored him, all right, and looked at him as a great man because he feared the Lord and kept the commandments, okay? Now, if you come over here and compromise him for gold and silver, all respect for him would be lost, okay? He would no longer be a man. First of all, a man of Lord, but then nobody's going to even respect him as a man, okay? Now, come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. Yeah, and the men of Judah also, you see? People conform to the king's commandment, like they're going to do in this final hour when it comes to that chip, okay? This what men of the Lord are not going to do. Look, and he said, yeah, men of Judah also. So in the ancient world, we had our people always selling out to the so-called white men. All right, this is the time of the Greeks and such as remain in Jerusalem. So you can clearly see our people always sold out to this damn devil, so that thou and thy house might be in the number of the king's friends. All right, and that thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. See, so he came with a money purse, telling him, look, conform and keep the king's commandment, come eat some pork, transgress the law, and we're going to give you riches. Okay? Now let's see how our ancestors responded to that offer from the devil. Okay? To show these things written aforetime, all right, was written for our learning. Okay? We'll go to the 6th chapter. All right. This is Second Maccabees. This second I'll keep gonna. It's supposed to also be First Maccabees 2 Salaki. I keep going to Second Maccabees. I must really want to go in this book of Second Maccabees. No, I really am supposed to be in Second Maccabees. Shalaki. All right. The Second Maccabees 6:18. All right. And Eleazar, one of the this Second Maccabees 6:18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth to eat swine's flesh. But he chose rather to die gloriously than to live strained with such an abomination. Spitted forth and came of his own accord the torment. Okay? And it behooved them to come that a result to stand out against such things are not lawful for the love of life to be tasted. Okay? So our people chose to die rather than to sell their souls in the ancient world. Okay? And you always had that number that sold their souls, okay, and lost their integrity. Okay? Snoop Dogg, wicked ass, you can clearly see he was one of those people from the ancient world that fucking sold his fucking soul, man. Okay? He's clearly one of those men that sold his soul. All right? We had women that held fast and kept their integrity. You have women that's stronger than a lot of men out here. All right, that fear the Lord, man. All right, that are more of a stand up individual than a lot of these guys out here, man. Okay, and that's bad. This is First Maccabees 1:59. Now the 5th and 25th, the 5 and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice on the idol altar, which was upon the altar of Yahweh. All right. At which time, according to commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. You see, we had women that wouldn't be compromised in the ancient world. So those righteous women back here, they few and far in between, but they're all righteous men, elect ladies amongst us. All right. And the Lord is going to glorify them. The Lord is going to give them their just due. He's going to reward them. All right. These women are back here. That was an honorable death. They was like, fuck the king's commandment. I fear the Lord. Okay. And they hanged their infants by the necks. You see, these are glorious deaths. And this show you how shrewd the devil going to be on us in this coming days. This great red dragon is going to come down with great wrath. They're going to do these things. They hang the infants by their necks and rifle their houses and slew them that had circumcised them, killed the children and the mothers. Okay. All right. That's gruesome. All right. And that's wrathful. All right. This is our enemy doing these things to us because we won't conform to his will. All right. So this is what's going to go on during this persecution. All right. These devils going to want to kill our children that obey us. They want to kill anybody that rejects his decrees he's going to put forth. All right. That do not sell their soul like Snoop Dogg wicked ass. Howbeit many in Israel were fully resolved and conformed themselves not to eat the unclean, not to sell out. All right, we ready to die, man. All right, you got to pray to Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep that spirit on you to be found faithful unto death. All right, back in the ancient world, they was trying to get our people to eat that swine, but that modern day swine, that metaphor would be getting that charagma. It's going to be the equivalent of getting that chip put in you. Okay, wherefore the rather to die that they might not be defiled with meats. All right. When you get that chip in your body, you're going to be defiled, and there'll be found no place of repentance for you. And they that might not profane the holy covenant. We're not going to profane this holy covenant. We see we're in this condition for profaning this holy covenant. All right. So if you're in your right mind, you're going to be like, man, I'm going to die before I have to go through what we're going through in this life. Okay. So then they died. And there was great wrath upon Israel. All right. And death is better than the doing what Snoop Dogg do. All right. He's a walking contradiction. All right. He has no respect. All right. Men thrive off of respect, man. He has zero respect. Nobody respects him. You see, when I read that comment, boy, every Edomites and Israelites alike, we don't agree on many things. Everybody agree that he's a sellout and a bitch ass nigga, man. Okay. This is a book of Job, but it's plenty accounts in the Holy Scrolls of our ancestors being offered these invitations to sell a soul and they wouldn't. Okay. This is Job 27:5. Okay. And it's a 4-time written. Yahweh big that I should justify you. Till I die, I would not remove my integrity for me. My righteousness I hold fast. That brother say, until I die, I'm not going to transgress against my power, Yahweh Shema Shah. He's been good to us, man. He's restored us our righteous mind. He put us he gave us this breath of life, and now we can see things clearly now that the rain is gone. Okay? So we gotta stand stiffly for this testimony, man. And don't be like these people, man. And you see how they dealing with that nigga. They handling that nigga like shit. They give you all that money to treat you like shit. It's like a man, like on some real shit. Like when you trick with a whore, you throw her a couple dollars. You don't treat her like you a deal with a woman you really care about. You give her that couple dollars, all right? She gets the money, but she gets no respect. You ain't gonna treat her like a lady. Like I used to have an old school song saying, treat her like a lady. You ain't gonna treat that hoe like a lady. You know what I'm saying? Look, bitch, all right, look, we done. Look, catch a cut, hoe. You ain't gonna be like, oh, hey, sweetheart, come here. Are you good? Everything good? What you love? You know how you'll treat a lady you respect? A classy lady that carries herself in a distinguished fashion. All right. After you pay a hoe, throw a couple dollars, and be like, all right, go ahead now. I'm done with you. Catch a cut. All right. That Esau respects his enemies. All right. The men of the Lord more than he respects them sellouts. Even though he hates us, that's why he want us dead. He know, all right, these guys are the real deal. We got to kill them. All right. He want us out the way because he know we gonna take his throne. But he still respects us more than he respect the ones that sell out. And look how he treat Snoop Dogg. He treat him like old hoe. Oh, Donald Trump was like, oh, bitch, you want to talk crazy about me? I got you. Bitch, look. Hey, tell Snoop Dogg he gonna perform for me. He gonna be that jigaboo. He gonna be the one, everything he said, he gonna eat them words. He gonna be that jigaboo. Now tell him to roast himself. Man, boy, that was a lot of pride he had to swallow, man. He don't have no balls. All right? Yahweh forbid that I justify you. Till I die, I would not remove my integrity from me. All right? This is what it means to be found faithful unto death. Don't conform to this devil's beguilings. My righteousness I hold fast, I would not let it go. Stand stiffly for the testimony of Yahweh Shai. I commended those that stood stiffly for the testimony. My heart shall not reproach me so as long as I live. All right. And you got to pray for the Lord to keep that spirit on you. Let my enemy be as the wicked, that he rise up against me as the unrighteousness. For what is the hope of the hypocrite? You see? Snoop Dogg look like a fucking hypocrite, saying one thing, doing another. Though he has made some money, when God take away his soul, bitch, you gonna die the death of an Edomite, bitch ass nigga. Him and those like him. All right? Him and those that are like him. That's not a man. Nigga ain't no man. That nigga a bitch. That nigga a transvestite, man. But he got money. See, our people so simple. Well, he got money, so fucking what? Bill Gates got money. RuPaul got money. Them niggas getting on their knees, blowing people raws. What? Because you got money, that means you can go eat ass? Like, what you saying that to say what? See, everybody that think like that or simple like that, may the Lord give them a grievous death. That's silly thinking. Okay? No, I'm looking for Deuteronomy. All right. This is Deuteronomy. Yeah, that dude less of a man. I mean, ain't no man. Nigga's a bitch. And there's a lot of bitches out here, a lot of bitch ass niggas out here. All right. And I ain't talking about guys that got fucked up ways. I'm talking about men that don't stand on principles. Okay. Men that don't have integrity. Okay. This is Deuteronomy 23:1. He that is wounded in the stones or have his private member cut off, he shall not enter the congregation of Yahweh. All right. Metaphorically speaking, that boy don't have no stones. That boy don't have no rod, man. All right. He can't enter in the congregation of Yahweh by Shema Shah. All right. He has no integrity. The so-called white man has his balls in his hand, juggling them bitches, man. He's not a man, so he can't come in the congregation of the righteous. All right. He has no integrity. All right. When you have integrity, then you can testify. All right. And the word testify is derived from what? Testicles. All right. Cojones. All right. This is Isaiah 3. I'm going to start at the 9th verse. All right. It's a 4-time reading. The shoot of their countenance do witness against them, and they declare their sin aside them. And that's another thing. Look at them. Check them out. Look at this nigga. See, this is why they wear the glasses. Okay? The eyes are the windows to the soul. You can look a man in the eye and tell he's been compromised. You can look a man in the eye, all right, and tell he's been dealt with maliciously. All right? This dude been popped by white men. This man the blue white men rods. So he don't want to show his eyes. You see? And then when he was speaking so-called upright, he didn't have glasses on that first video when he was speaking against the LGBTQ. But now that he's been compromised and had to come recant everything he said, he has on glasses. All right? Because he can't live with himself. He can't live with himself, man. Him and men like him. The show of their countenance do witness against them. All right? You look at his countenance, all right? You look at the spirit that's on him, you can tell it's defiled if you have a spirit of discernment on you. And they declare their sin aside of, man. When you sell your soul, you got to do some strange things for the so-called white man to get that bag. He ain't just giving you that bag. You earning that bag. All right? You're gonna do some sodomitish things for that money. They hide it not, okay? And the so-called white man is making them hide it not. All right? He's trying to hide it, but what the white man made him do, come back out here and speak up for the gays, okay? Woe unto their soul, you see? Nigga dead. A nigga twice dead, okay? Like the book of Jude say. For they have reward unto themselves, okay? So the Lord's gonna kill them, and they sold their soul, so they have their reward. All right, they got a few million to just parade around with this little season. All right, because that's about to get taken away from them. All right, and that's why you always see them niggas, Lil Wayne, all of them. All them niggas, for some reason, they always have on black glasses in the daytime. I mean, even at nighttime, Salaki. It's because they know the things that they have done. They don't want you to look in their eyes. They weak men. They can't look in the mirror at themselves, to be honest. All right? It's better to be in the stands we are. We're not rich. All right, the vast majority of us. All right, but we have integrity. We have this truth. I would rather be where I am than they are. I would rather live where I live in my humble abode than to live on Malibu or Beverly Hills with a mansion on the beachfront. Okay, with some Lambos and Rolls Royces in the garage. All right, going to get my heart desire every day. I'd rather be where I'm at right now. Okay, in these humble beginnings, man, in this truth, than to do the things that they had to do to acquire that so-called wealth. Okay? This is Matthew 6:22. And it reads, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore the eye be single, the whole body is full of light. And our body is on the kingdom. Our eyes are on the kingdom. All right. When you occupied in prophecy and you looking ahead to the kingdom, your body gonna be full of light. Okay, it's truth. But if that eye be evil, all right, you locked in with this world spectrum. You look at this. You look at the world through the goggles of the way a Westerner look at this world. Okay, you full of darkness. You talking about 401k and retiring when you're 50. You looking at the world from that perspective. You full of darkness. Sending your children to college. All right, yeah, you don't understand the truth. All right, this place about to fade away with fervent heat, man. Your dreams and goals and aspirations should be here. So if you look at the world from that perspective, your eye is evil. The whole body shall be full of darkness. All right. That's why them niggas always got on them dark glasses. If therefore the light in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? All right. You're gonna drink so much wine, it's gonna inflame you. All right. When our Lord come back in the day of judgment, you're gonna be destroyed. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave out there. I had a little bit more, but you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get these. I got 3 more I'm gonna read. All right. I'm gonna tell you something else. When you sell out and get that charagma, you gonna have to do some things. The same things these motherfucking celebrities do to get them riches. Esau gonna make every person of this nation do those things. Oh, you want this chip? Well, you gotta do this. All right. They're gonna have you doing sacrificing your kids and everything, man. All right. This is you see that grandson? See, this how that devil work. We not ignorant as a divisive. That grandson, that grandchild that Snoop Dogg took to the that he told that story about, that he took to see the movie, and the boy asked him, how can 2 women have a child? Esau will make him sacrifice that child to him. He'll make him sacrifice that child to Molech. All right, since you want to talk that shit and go against the grain, give us that child. Let us turn them out like we turned. Let us turn them out like we turned Dwayne Wade's son out. All right, we're gonna use that child there as a poster child for homosexuality. All right, for lesbianism. Okay, that's what happened when you sell your soul, man. The motherfucker take your child and you gotta offer him up. They tell you that we come to collect. That's what we want. We want that child right there, the one that asked you that question. All right, they gonna grow you. You got to give them up to them, man, boy. And we don't feel sorry for you niggas, man. All right, this is Genesis 13:13. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Yahweh exceedingly. You see? So what is this? What does the Lord call America in Revelation 11 chapter? He said this is spiritual Sodom. So when you get in league and make a covenant with sodomites, what do? You got to do sodomite shit. All right? These dudes do sodomite shit, man. Snoop Dogg and them, they do sodomite shit. These celebrities do sodomite shit because you made a covenant with them. All right, when you with the Romans, you got to do as the Romans do. All right, this is Job 19. And I'm going to get straight to the point. And 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, and it's talking about the men of Sodom, even the men of Sodom compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people in every quarter. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into this night? Bring them out unto us that we may know them. Know them is the old English way of saying having sex. You see, when you make that covenant with death, all right, this devil is going to make you have sex with other men. These celebrities fought like Floyd Mayweather had to go up there and submit to those Israelis, okay, so he could keep his riches. They don't only make you do things like that. Behind closed doors, man, they'll be like, you got to keep this, look, man, pull my pants down and blow my rod. I hate to sound so explicit and nasty, but those are the things these guys do. Okay, and when they tell you to get that charagma, all right, they're gonna make your everyday Joe do those vile things. Okay, it's gonna be the worst time since the Earth been in orbit, man. Okay, that's why it's a blessing to be in this truth, all right, and to be serving Yahweh by Shem Shai. Okay, so with that, Abaratazah, this was edifying to the hearers. I'm gonna give infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh by Shem Shai, by Shem Harakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and our bishops, a great millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashai Galvashai. Kwam Yasharala, Baba Baal Shalom.